All right, guys, so I'm back in the video. Sorry that it's been a while, but today I have kind of a comparison and my preferences for a Red Dot Magnifier. So I have a whole spreadsheet I made of all the different common magnifiers for red dots. I have two on the table here, this one and this one over here. And I'm just gonna kind of go into it and talk about each one and benefits, negatives, which ones I like and which ones I would recommend. So I made a list here, just kind of going through all the different popular ones. These are all listed on Primary Arms website. You can find them from other places, but that's just where I chose to get the bulk of this information from. These ones down here are on Amazon, so we'll go into that later. But for these ones up here, these are all Primary Arms prices as of today, which is May 20th. So these are not necessarily the best prices you'll find. Sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worse. So I'm gonna go off of these prices right now because that's what I can do, and just trying to compile all the different prices from different websites would be too difficult. So we're gonna go off of this one website, which I thought was a happy medium-ish. So top to bottom in no particular order, we have the first Hollow Sun, which is 9.8 ounces, 3 times, an eye relief of 2.75 inches. For a price of 200 bucks. Nothing crazy, about average. Just a little breakdown of this chart. So the magnifier, how much they cost, the weight in ounces, the magnification, and the eye relief in inches. Any magnification that's other than a 3 times is bolded and italicized. So we have a couple in there. And then anything with an underline, any of the names with an underline will fit the Unity tactical flip to center mount that everyone loves. So I don't have that on here yet, but just know that the ones underlined will fit, and that's listed on Unity's website as well. So decent option there. The titanium model is $100 more. It weighs almost 2 ounces more, and otherwise it's the same. So it's titanium, so it's stronger, and you think it's lighter than aluminum, but it's actually heavier. The Vortex makes a couple different ones. That one, the VMX, is a 3 times, 200 bucks, 11.9 ounces, so a little bit heavier, and an eye relief of 2.2 inches, which is not as good. The Micro Vortex is $300, so 100 bucks more, but a lot lighter at 6.9 ounces, and a 2.64 eye relief, so pretty good there. The next model up is the $400 version, which is a 6 times magnification, weighs 4 ounces heavier at 10.9 ounces, and an eye relief of 2.5 inches. The Trigicon, which is this one right here, ranges anywhere from $340 to $400. It's on sale on Primary Arms for $340, but normal prices are around $400. Other places you'll find it $350, somewhere in that price range. Weight is 6.5 ounces, 3 times magnification, 2.6 eye relief. The G33 from EOTech is a big jump in price to $600 with a weight of 11.2 ounces and an eye relief of 2.2 inches. G43 for $619, a weight of 11.3 ounces and an eye relief of 2.6 inches. So a little bit better in terms of the eye relief there. The G45 is the 5 times magnifier, $659, 12.8 ounces, and a 2.6 inch eye relief. Primary Arms has a couple different magnifiers on the market. I just chose to pick these two because they seemed like the best options. So the SLX Micro is 180, but it doesn't include the mount, so that's another 80 on top of that. 5.3 ounces for just the magnifier and an additional 2.5 with the magnifier, and a 2.4 inch eye relief. The full size is actually cheaper than the Micro. It's 140. Again, Primary Arms has discounts on their own stuff, so these prices are, decent. 140 plus the $80 mount, 8.45 ounces plus the 2.5 ounces for the mount, and a 2.8 inch eye relief. The Bushnell is pretty expensive on Primary Arms, but I know it's a lot cheaper on other websites, so keep that in mind. $234 on Primary Arms, 13 ounces, so the heaviest yet for 3 times, and it says the eye relief is 3.4 inches, which I find very hard to believe, but that's what it's listed as. The SIG series of magnifiers is a little bit more difficult to get information on. Their eye reliefs are not listed on the website. I believe they're listed in the owner's manual, but that's kind of annoying in my opinion, so I did not list those there. We have the SIG Juliet 3 and Juliet 3 Micro, SIG Juliet 6 and Juliet 5 Micro. So the 3 is $360, weighs 12.5 ounces, and it's a 3 by magnification. The Micro, in comparison, kind of jumping ahead, is less expensive at $250, 9.9 ounces, so lighter, and same magnification. The Sits Power, Juliet Sits, is $480, 14.7 ounces, so heaviest yet, and it's a Sits Power magnification. Juliet 5 Micro is $250-ish, 9.6 ounces, and a 5 by magnification. These prices are, again, subject to change depending on what website you use, if you use a coupon code, if you have any discounts, anything like that. The magnification is obviously very important. If you need something more than 3 power, then you only have a couple options. You have the Vortex, you have the EOTech, you have the SIG Juliet 6 and the SIG Juliet 5. But if you don't need that high, then you have a bunch more options. Eye relief, this is very subjective. For example, with the Trijicon here, it's listed as a 2.6, and it is way longer than that. And I've heard that other ones on here that say they have these eye reliefs are a lot worse. So this is very subjective and also depends on your eyes. But you know, you want the bigger number here, you know, because that means you can be further away from the magnifier and being able to see a clear picture. Just to add these in at the bottom, these are the Amazon ones. A couple of them that I listed on here, the Monstrum for $89 with a weight of 9.3 ounces, a magnification of 3 power, and a 3-inch eye relief plus. Again, I do not believe that. The Feyachi for $77, a weight of 11.3 ounces, and a magnification power adjustable of 1.5 to 5 power, with an eye relief of 3.6 inches on the low end at 1.5, and then it gets worse with the magnification increase to 2.2 inches at 5 times power. Then we have the UTG, which is this guy here, for around $80, weight of 11.8 ounces, 3 power magnification, and a 2-inch eye relief, which I believe, because you have to get very close to be able to see everything in this magnifier. So this is just kind of an initial breakdown here. Again, if you're looking at using one of the Unity mounts, then you can use the Vortexes, the Trijicon, the EOTech, or the SIG. Others may work, they may have plates, but those are the ones that are listed on Unity's website. If you need a certain magnification power, then you'll have to go according to that. Weight is really important, in my opinion. Kind of one of the reasons to do this setup over an LPVO is, you know, you don't want to be spending a whole bunch of weight on a magnifier. So this, the UTG, is almost twice as heavy as the Trijicon, which is just kind of insane. And you'll see that on here as well. Like, even though this is a 6 times, you know, this is still 2 ounces heavier than the EOTech G45, which is, let's see here, like the G33 or G43 is almost double the weight of the Trijicon, which is a big factor when you think that they're the same power magnification. And this has better eye relief from other people that I've heard than the EOTech, especially since the G33 is listed at 2.2. So for this magnifier, which is between $200 and $300 cheaper than the EOTech, you get half the weight and better eye relief, and you can use the Unity tactical mount. So that is the reason I went with this one, the Trijicon, because it is better than some of these cheaper options in terms of kind of weight and eye relief, and glass clarity, which is huge, but way cheaper than the EOTechs, which, obviously I like EOTech, but I don't really think it's worth the price for a lot of what they're selling in terms of the magnifier. So I ended up going with this. I thought it was the best quality for the cheapest price and the best features. These ones down here, the Amazon ones, they're fine. I think if you have, a third line gun or a fourth line gun or an airsoft gun or just a random hunting gun or a whatever gun, they're fine. I don't think you should use these for a battle gun or a home defense gun or whatever you want to do. They're fine. They're a different level than the Trijicons or the EOTechs or the Vortex or the Sage or any of the ones listed on here. So that's just my 2 cents. These numbers should hopefully be all right. I got them from Primary Arms or the manufacturer's website. Again, prices will vary, but I think the Trijicon, it's usually in combo with the MRO, but you can find it separate. I think it's the best bang for the buck, and it's probably the magnifier, the popular magnifier that I see the least amount of people using, just because people may not know about it, or they're just, they want to go with one of these, so they don't pick this. And just to put it into perspective, you can get the Unity mount, the flip to center, with a Trijicon and still be cheaper than an EOTech. So that's just seems pretty awesome in my opinion. So hope this kind of helped you decide. Go with whatever you think, but these are just some of my opinions and thoughts, and just some of the reasons and stuff of why I went with the Trijicon here on my main rifle. So if you have any questions or comments or criticisms or anything at all, just leave them down in the comments, and I will talk to you guys next time.